Chris, back on a road bike. I mean, I've been following you on Instagram, and there's pictures of you on this mountain bike doing this and that, and obviously enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
But back on a road bike, what's the story?
It's a long story. How long do you have? So yeah, I ride my mountain bikes a lot. I ride off-road a lot. E-bikes a lot. I just love riding my bike. I like being on two wheels, the feeling that gives, and just the enjoyment of it. But there's nothing quite like the exercise-induced feeling you get from riding on the road, the exertion that comes with it. Cross-country mountain biking, it's hard, it's intense, but it's still not that aerobic effort that you get on the road. And it's been nearly 5 years since I raced on the road. I've ridden a lot. I just really want to see how I'm going compared to how I was going previously, and how I am in 2023 compared to 2018 and the previous versions of myself.
How many times have you won this? 2 or 3?
Two.
Two.
Are you saying it should have been 3?
Well,
Referencing
I
2015.
wouldn't have been surprised if it had been 3.
No,
Is it a good race to start the season off then?
I think it's the best race to start the season. I think it's a real shame actually that this circuit isn't used more. It's genuinely one of the best circuits in the UK. It's not hard, which means the riders aren't afraid to make it an aggressive race, and I think that makes racing more exciting. I think a lot of the time in the UK, some of the circuits are so hard, they become intimidating, and people, they either don't race them or it just becomes a slog. And I think actually racing is more exciting when the riders make the race rather than the terrain. But I would say that as an old sprinter.
So are we going to see you again at other races?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
I had a phone call in the week actually, which might lead to some exciting experiences. So I work very closely with Lapierre UK and Le Col. Right. And through those two companies, there is opportunity to do a few more. So it's quite exciting.
I mean, what's the thrill of racing National A's as against doing National B's?
Just the level generally is a little bit higher at National A.
A bit of camaraderie, a bit of banter between all you guys.
I mean, I don't know how many people that I used to race with will still be there. I rode with Graham Briggs last year in the summer, and I ride with Yanto every now and again. It's nice riding with names that you were direct.
I know the
directly
feeling.
Racing with your peers.
When I go back through my archives, it's like that. I wish he was racing. I wish he was racing.
Yeah, we need more people to do a Malcolm Elliott, don't we?
A quick one on this one. It comes down to a sprint. Is that still your forte?
Yep, definitely, yes. The only difference is I don't know how well I can sprint after an event. I can sprint, my power numbers haven't changed throughout the years as one-off numbers. There's a big difference between a one-off number and after 5 ascents of Boar Hunt Lane and over the top, so we'll see. But I think it's going to be good fun.
Must be good to see Alex here and a few other guys that have won the race, so it's going to be a good competition.
Yeah.
One final question, there's no wind today. Is that going to make it more aggressive as well? Because you talk about being intimidated. Sometimes when you've got a really heavy wind, that can be intimidating as well.
Yeah, it's rare for it not to be windy, and I'm looking at the trees now, it's starting to drizzle as well. It's real Perfs weather, it's quite cold. It's colder than the forecast sort of says it should feel, which is traditional. It's going to be wet, the roads are very slippery. I think actually the slipperiness of the roads, the technicalities of that could break up the group going into the climb before the climb breaks up. Yeah. The climb it's not a climb, let's not over-exaggerate what it is. Well, it's
1 in 10.
It's a short ascent, isn't it? It's on the grand scheme of things, it's not a climb. The difference happens over the top, especially if there's a cross tailwind, and I think today was a southeasterly wind, so it will sort of nullify going over the top a little bit. I say wind, as you said, there is no wind. The flag over there on the castle is completely still. So it will kind of nullify the effects of the rest of the circuit, because
it can be a difference when it's a tailwind up a hill. That can be aggressive when there's a headwind. It's quite negative.
Yeah. On good legs, you want a tailwind up the climb. On bad legs, you want a headwind up the climb, so you can sit in.
Well, good luck out there today.
Thank you, Larry.
Good to see you back, Chris.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.